What's good, YouTube? And welcome to Konami targeting the wallets of Yu-Gi-Oh! Boomers. Wait, that's also me. They waited for the ban list crap storm to blow over, that social media push, all the puking horses have gone back out to pasture, so they figured it's safe to come out here with welcome to the official Yu-Gi-Oh! Retro Games X account. Follow us to stay updated on the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection and Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG retro-themed products. People are flying a million miles per hour on theories about this specific part, the TCG retro-themed products. However, I do want to say that the Yu-Gi-Oh! Early Days collection, we already know what that is. That is a repackage of video games. I think it's around $50 on Amazon pre-order right now, and it actually looks pretty good. But when it comes down to this Yu-Gi-Oh! TCG retro-themed products, the header is already a re-wave, repack of the retro packs, which did extremely well. And with this test market kind of concluding, where they've rewaved a Europe exclusive with Light of Destruction, and now Retro Pack being a grand slam, and them also proving they can kind of go back to the old card models even if there's terrible quality control, I think this more so means we're going to be getting just repacks and rewaves of pack products for the most part. However, if this is why Speed Duel died, I could see them actually doing hand-curated products for Time Wizard. I hope I'm wrong, and I hope we do get something like that. If we don't get Yu-Gi-Oh! Rush Duels, if that's actually not coming to the TCG, which a lot of people speculate will be happening, Jerome's even hinted at it, if we're not getting that product to the side, I could imagine them targeting the boomer crowd with something similar to the Speed Duel products that we had, but more so going for the things and cashing back in on, say, Caius, a nice version of Caius's. But let's go ahead and talk about how Retro Pack itself did. It sold out day one on Walmart online, and people have actually been stocking the shelves and telling me, yeah, it didn't come back in on restock day. I think they're out at mine. However, I will say Walmart distribution can be between independent listers of items there, along with some different direct kind of things. So it is a weird mix of direct retail and then independent people putting stuff out on there. That's why you see the mystery power boxes. They work with individuals. Target also sold out a little slower, but they had a limit of 3 packs per person instead of 12, and GameStop started far above MSRP, starting at 20 and put it up even more towards 25. Now, I understand they do some sales, so this might be telling that some in-person sale is coming and you could get it cheaper, and people are showing they're getting it for $20 in person, which is still above that MSRP of $17.96, which is probably why they're the last ones that haven't sold out. And it's pretty sick that a retailer's allowed to do this, and I hope it gets checked by Konami. But points aside, it is very popular. OTSs did get sealed 24-pack boxes, but it was kind of hidden in the order section under miscellaneous, as I understand it. And they also could only get 1, 2, 3 cases. I talked to some of the biggest stores, some smaller OTSs, and the greatest order number that I heard was 3 cases. So it was extremely limited, more than any other product, and that's why the 24-pack boxes are super expensive versus people just trying to find it and flip it over here, which is still jacked up in price. But I digress. There are basically 2 thought camps here. One, this is amazing, this is great, I haven't bought packs in 15 years, I love this pack, and then, this does nothing, there's not a relevant reprint, this isn't for me. And that's going to be any old school product, right? Like, some people are going to play no Time Wizard formats, only care about Modern and Master Duel, while others are going to have collected through the ages, come back after having kids, getting their kids into it, and see something on the shelves for themselves. I would say I would personally be letting go of any unlimited product personally, while it's still high speculation on what could be reprinted or if they even are going to rewave more certain things. If it's unlimited and not first edition stamped, yes, you now have the 2020 copyright on the bottom as an identifier, but what really sells these? It's nostalgia, and having that unlimited, you're now mid-maxing and trying to point at something towards the bottom corner instead of a universally known first edition stamp. Light of Destruction looks strong on TCG Player, but it's not so strong in the actual market where it's being sold. Over here on Card Market, boxes are going for around 50 euros, which is a bit of a fail on a product like they are selling at a loss after shipping, most likely, on these individual boxes, and you can see the English boxes are in that range. Now, Speed Duel is an example of how they could make a hand-curated product instead of just doing rewaved packs or packages. We do see high-end past format cards targeted that also fit within a constructed format, and they wouldn't be limited by constructed format anymore. These were also very high-quality cards. They felt like OCG cardstock, and they were really nice. People were divisive on the Speed Duel stamp, and Speed Duel was so confusing. Can I use this in mainstream Yu-Gi-Oh? Yes, you can. But they lock cards. Yes, you have to use Speed Duel cards for Speed Duel, but Speed Duel can be used anywhere. Konami just did that terribly. So not having to state that with cards like the Retro Pack Sangan, where it does do something than mainstream Yu-Gi-Oh, yet they can just wait for you to have to know to use a written translation or that it works differently and not have to have that disaster, is kind of something that I could see them doing with old products if they're targeting the old wording and nostalgia. But these are two of the most successful Speed Duel products to some degree, especially the first Battle City box, and there's something else they can do, which is Legendary Collection repackages. I think for a long time we've been due not the Legendary Collection curated 5D set that has a lot of expensive prices past what they should be, but instead getting 5 different packs for the Signer Dragons inside. Imagine unlimited TDGS. Crossroad of Chaos, Duelist Genesis is what I was saying, but unabbreviating the sets, what if we got, those star packs, Raging Battle, and you can actually hit that Synchro wave, and then do a GX collection where, again, the Legendary Collection GX was a curated set at the time, going for anime cards and some reprints. What if you did booster packs with some of the different heroes and, Cybernetic Revolution? Konami's already tested the market with a huge GX one, and what they got wrong in specific was the card quality here. The ultimate rares, people don't like them as much. The embossing wasn't all that good on the glazing, and the ghost rares look a little bit different. But with Retro Pack, they showed they can go backwards, and I think they need to try to achieve that just a little bit more than going with the modern layout. And between these two, I think they'll go with what they did on the US run, but we'll have to wait and see. What do you think? Do you think they're going to just do repackages and then target old sets like this? Or do you think that this means they're going to go ahead and try to do something like Speed Duel, where we get very, very specific rewaves of cards, Caius being one that's needed, like trying to make a set for the popular Time Wizard formats, because Hat stuff is getting bought out right now. There is even all the way to Toss for the modern Time Wizard players. And I would hope if we are getting this huge targeted push, that maybe we get a little something extra besides just the giant cards and playmats. I love giant cards. I bought a lot of the Speed Duel ones, and the Edison ones are a lot harder to get because there's a much more concentrated player pool, but they're nosebleed prices for first place and first place only. I do hope that we figure something out better. And I also want to say for Speed Duels, they had the only product it felt like you could crack and make an entire night out of it. Oh, I'll be Merrick, you be a Shizu. Let's shuffle up and duel and see how these two decks do. And then you have like 8 different decks, different characters, and you're actually able to do like something with a group of friends. I know, foreign concept, playing with people. I just read the article about like them making a Master Duel AI that's got dueling prowess, so you don't need an opponent. But jokes aside, this did feel like one of the only products you could make an entire night out of with Yu-Gi-Oh! I hope that we get hand-curated products, but that's speculation to this point, and I hope I'm wrong and they actually do it. But for now, what's been proven is they'll rewave sets, so I would be letting go of anything unlimited personally, even if you have that older copyright on the bottom.